One each, but this time the Rotterdam-born Krajicek getting the Swede on his own patch. He was determined to make it count. Krajicek showing aggression right from the start, and a beautiful deft touch to finish. Enqvist was getting precious little going on the Dutchman's serve, but when he did see half a chance, he didn't mess about.
15.
No take back, but beautifully timed. The first set went to a tie-break, and this was the decisive point. Krajicek, though, had looked particularly resilient at Rotterdam and quickly put pressure on the Swede in the second set. A winner out of nowhere. Krajicek broke to go 4-2, and then at 5-3 had set point. The Dutchman, playing in only his third tournament after knee surgery in December, was looking fit and hungry. His speed around the court for a man of 6'5" was amazing. Krajicek broke to lead 4-3 third set. Enqvist, a title winner in Marseille just 3 weeks ago, had to come up with something quick. But the Dutchman was proving impossible to crack. This was the kind of net play that won him last year's Wimbledon. The crowd were in raptures. This was their hero playing at his very best. After an hour and 35 minutes, he served at match point. Krajicek through to his first final since Los Angeles last August.
6-7, 6-3, 6-4.
The champion was up against D.Vacek, ranked 72 on the computer, but on his day, capable of troubling anyone. This was one of those days. Ivanisevic, winner of Zagreb and Milan already this year, found Vacek in a pugnacious mood. Vacek took the first set 6-4, but then lost the first 5 games of the second set. Ivanisevic relaxed, well, just a bit. Exhibition stuff from the Croat.
14-15.
At 5-1, he had 2 set points.
Game and second set, Ivanisevic.
The second set had lasted just 20 minutes. Goran had the momentum surely to carry him through the third set. Wrong. Vacek was gaining in confidence all the time against a man he'd never beaten. A simply thrilling combination, this, of power and placement. Ivanisevic, though, had that cocktail too. The third set went to a tie-break. This was the crucial point. Vacek had looked frail on his forehand volley, but not here when it mattered. At 6-2, he had 4 match points. A big win. He derailed the Ivanisevic roller coaster.
7-6.
Vacek through to his 4th final. He'd lost all the previous 3. Could this be the biggest day of his career? Richard Krajicek looking for his first title since that wondrous fortnight last summer at Wimbledon. Vacek had won their only previous meeting indoors in Milan last year in straight sets. He was quick to remind Krajicek of that. Vacek showing he can mix it at the back with the very best. Perfect foot placement, disguise and finish. These days, though, Krajicek can hit a backhand too. Krajicek moving this week as well as at any stage in his career. And an explosive shot at the end of the run. The tennis was getting better and better. first set went to a tie-break. Vacek had won all 4 breakers he'd played this week, not this one. Krajicek, a set up, looked to dominate, but Vacek wasn't through yet. Not the worst half volley Krajicek had played, but Vacek, wrong footing, and then drilling him. But the more the match went on, the more secure the Dutchman looked behind his serve. At this stage, Vacek needed luck, and he got some. This forehand winner adjudged to have gone wide. But Vacek was still hitting some authentic winners of his own. Dazzling skills, but this was his reward. No prisoners for the number 2 seed. Elegant and important evasive action from his opponent. The second set too went to a breaker. This time, Krajicek was in luck. Two miss hits, the second perfectly placed. Moments later, Vacek was match point down. Krajicek's first title in 8 months. He's been in the doldrums since Wimbledon, but now he's right back as a world-class player. Record crowds at Rotterdam this week, and they got just the champion they wanted.
Tennis is big in Japan. The people of Tokyo enthuse about the game, and they had a lot to enthuse about. The big news, Becker is back. Seeded number 2, he beat Sebastian Lareau in the second round. Popular as he is, hopes for Becker were dashed as he was knocked out by Roux in his next match. No early troubles for number 1 seed Richard Krajicek. A winner in Rotterdam already this year, he is comfortable on all 4 surfaces. When you can throw serves down close to 140 miles per hour, everyone is intimidated. Krajicek, the top seed, had been striking the ball with more and more authority as he progressed to the semi-final. Crowd favourite Pat Rafter was sure to offer a tough match, whilst the other half produced a Swedish-French matchup. Roux attempting to slow the rampaging T.Johansson. The Swede won both Copenhagen and St. Petersburg lately. He lost to Zhang in the semi-final of Hong Kong. He won the first set here. He was totally in control. There are times when you can but hang in with such an opponent. Roux struggled on, waiting for the Swede to commit any sort of error. He got a glimmer of a chance at 5-6 in the second set. And suddenly, against the play, Roux had levelled. T.Johansson had let it slip slightly. Roux had been man enough to capitalise. So Lionel Roux into the second final of his career. He would meet either Richard Krajicek or the crowd-pleasing Australian Pat Rafter, a finalist in Hong Kong a week earlier. A sweet touch for the first game of the match. Rafter feels he's getting back to the form he showed in 1994 when he cracked the top 20. First set tiebreak. The time to deliver a winning effort. The Dutchman got in front. The Aussie stayed with him and served at 5 points to 6. The world number 6 had found the gas at just the right time. He was holding his serve easily, while pressuring his opponent every time. And he does have excellent footwork for a big man. Rafter's not one to give anything away, but there was only one likely winner. Richard Krajicek, yet to concede a set. On some more difficult path. He'd beaten Becker and Johansson in 3 sets. Did he have another victory of that magnitude left? Nice to get a decent start against a higher-ranked opponent. That was the first service game taken care of. Krajicek, though, goes into every match knowing one break of serve per set is likely to be enough. That phenomenal forehand probably felt like set point. Actually, it was only 2-1. Wrong footing a big guy is a smart play. But then they do this to you. First set to the Dutchman. In the second, something strange happened. Krajicek lost his serve for only the 3rd time all week. Was up now, although he did have to endure a 14-point game to level the final. And so, into the final set. Silky movement and match-winning power. Krajicek stormed into a 5-1 lead.